The thighs. Place the heel of one hand on their stomach, slightly above the navel, but below the notch in the center of the chest.
Right here.
Grasp it with your other hand and use the heel of your hand to press inward and upward into the stomach with 5 quick thrusts.
Okay, do it like this. Thrust, 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 thrust.
After 5 thrusts, open their mouth. Place your thumb on the tongue and grasp the jaw and lift. Look into the mouth for any obstruction. Use your hooked index finger to sweep any object out of the mouth, and careful not to push it in deeper. Now continue the cycle of trying to give 2 breaths, retilt the head, and give 2 more breaths, then 5 stomach thrusts, and checking for the obstruction until the airway is cleared and your breaths go in, or until help arrives. If the airway is cleared and your breaths go in, continue with the ABCs.
Right.
After every couple of minutes, stop and check the breathing and pulse.
And remember, if at any time breathing resumes, turn them onto their side to recover. Okay, I've got it.
Good. What about you?
Leave your VCR in play mode and push rewind to the beginning of this segment with heart number 2 in the corner.
Then replay this section following along with your mannequin until you master the skills and sequence.
When you think you've got it, pause the video and try to do the sequence on your own.
We'll see you back here when you're ready to move on.
Good. You've mastered the choking rescue skills for an unconscious adult. Let's move on to one last situation that could occur.
A person choking while conscious.
That's the sound of choking.
For a person who is conscious in choking, you'll use the Heimlich maneuver.
So, if you see someone grasping their throat like this,
ask, "Are you choking?" If they can speak or cough forcefully, encourage them to cough until the object is dislodged. If you hear only a high-pitched wheezing,
like this,
or they cannot breathe, it's time to use the Heimlich maneuver.
I'm ready.
Stand behind the person and wrap your arms around their waist.
Go ahead and hold your mannequin like this.
Make a fist and place the thumb side just above the navel, but below the notch in the center of the chest.
Okay, right here.
Grasp your fist with your other hand and pull the fist inward and upward into the stomach with quick thrusts.
Okay, let's do it like this. Thrust, thrust, thrust. You simply give the thrust until the object is dislodged.
If they become unconscious, call 911 and start the ABCs.
Now, go ahead and pause the video and practice on your own mannequin, or rewind to the beginning of the segment with heart number 3. Now let's review what we've learned. Try to demonstrate adult CPR skills using your mannequin before we show you the answers. When do you call 911?
If they don't respond, shout for help and have someone call 911. If you're alone, you call 911 first.
Demonstrate giving rescue breaths.
Tilt head, lift chin, pinch nose, blow. Blow.
Find hand position and give chest compressions.
Find the hand position. Ready?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15.
That's it. You've just learned basic CPR and choking rescue skills for adults.
To practice those skills and refresh your knowledge, review the adults section often.
And practice doing the sequences on your own with your own mannequin.
Now it's time to move on to the next section, children ages 1 to 8.
Or you can fast forward to the infant section for babies up to 1 year.
But whatever you do, make sure to watch the conclusion for more important information.
See you in the other section.
Children often have breathing difficulties.
They choke on something, food, or a small toy.
And sometimes those breathing problems can cause the heart to stop.
If someone is with you, have them call 911 immediately while you start rescue efforts.
If you're alone, it's critical to start rescue efforts immediately and continue for about a minute even before you call 911.
Now, before we get started, make sure the piston in the back of your mannequin is adjusted for child.
Later in this segment, we'll show you what to do if a child is conscious and choking.
But first, we'll teach you the rescue skills you'll need for an unconscious child whose breathing and heart have stopped. Then we'll put those skills together in a real-life situation. Now we'll take you through those rescue skills.
They're easy to remember.
Easy as A, B, C.
A is for airway, B is for breathing, C is for circulation.
A, open the airway.
If the head is not in the right position, a child cannot breathe. To open the airway, place one hand on the child's forehead and place 2 fingers of your other hand under the bony part of the chin. Lift the chin upward and tilt the head back like this.
This opens the airway.
B is for breathing. Take 5 seconds to check if they're breathing. Look to see if the chest rises. Listen for breathing. Feel for the air from the mouth against your face.
Now, if there's no breathing, you must get air into that child. Here's how you do it. You pinch the nose so that air does not escape, like this.
Now make a tight seal around their mouth and blow 2 full breaths. Blow. Blow. If the chest does not rise when you blow, retilt the head to make sure the airway is open and give 2 breaths again. Do you see the chest rise? Good. That means it's being done correctly.
Okay, next is C, circulation.
Check the pulse using 2 fingers. Slide them into the groove in the side of the neck. Feel for 5 to 10 seconds.
Okay, right here. Now, pause the video and try it on your own neck. Later, try it on your child's neck. If you cannot find a pulse, you'll use one hand to give compressions in the center of the chest to start the blood circulating again.
Here's the best way to find the hand position. Follow the bottom of the rib cage up to the notch in the center of the chest where the ribs come together. Measure up 2 finger widths from this notch and place the heel of your hand there. Find it?
Got it right here.
Use one hand only to give compressions in the center of the chest. Use your other hand to keep the head tilted. Straighten your arm, lock elbow, position your shoulders directly over the body, and use your weight to compress the chest 1/3 to 1/2 of its depth.
Now the mannequin will make a clicking sound when you're doing it right.
Now compress 5 times. You ready? Count along with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
Okay, those are the essential skills you'll need to help an unconscious child whose breathing and heart have stopped.
Now stay with us as we show you how these skills fit together in a real-life situation.
When you find a child and you think something is wrong, first find out if they're unconscious.
Follow along with your mannequin.
Shake the child
Gently.
and ask, "Are you okay?"
Are you okay?
You say it. If they don't respond, shout for help and have someone call 911.
Help! Call 911.
If you're alone, start rescue efforts first and continue for about a minute before you call 911.
Now do the ABCs on your mannequin.
The child should be on their back. If not, roll them onto a firm surface supporting their head and neck.
A. Open the airway.
Tilt the head, lift chin.
B. Breathing.
Check for breathing. If there's no breathing, try to give 2 slow breaths. Pinch nose, blow. Blow.
C. Circulation.
Check the circulation by feeling for the pulse. If you find a pulse, continue giving breaths until help arrives. If you cannot find a pulse, give 5 chest compressions, followed by tilting the head and giving 1 breath. Find the hand position.
The clicks from the mannequin mean you're doing it right.
Ready?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
Tilt head, lift chin, pinch nose, blow. Find the hand position. Ready?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
Tilt head, lift chin, pinch nose, blow. Don't forget, if you're alone, stop after the first minute to call 911. Continue giving cycles of 5 chest compressions and 1 full breath until breathing or pulse resume, or until help arrives. Stop to check the breathing and pulse every couple of minutes. If you find a pulse but there's no breathing, continue giving breaths until help arrives. If you cannot find a pulse and there's no breathing, continue the ABCs.
If the breathing resumes, turn the child on their side to recover.
Remember, all you need to know is when to call 911.
If someone is with you, have them call 911 immediately.